are in the Czech Republic on the motorway between Brno and Prague. We are Prague bound at the moment, and we're on the motorway, and the limit on this motorway is 130 kilometres an hour for cars. And as you can see when we look at the motorway, this motorway is inferior to several motorways in Australia. This is a very craggy motorway, and if you look at the broken line between both lanes 1 and 2, you'll notice it's accompanied by a little constant bloody divot, like a tram line, and this road is very, very patchy, and it's become a bit better now. But even so, the speed limit's 130 kilometres an hour, and Prague's about 180 kilometres away at the moment from this present point. As we just keep going and so forth, and see same thing again. Overtaking vehicles move out of the outside lane once they've completed the manoeuvre, and still approaching some slower trucks and whatever else, maintaining a constant 140 kilometres an hour, 130 zone. 140 is a common speed, even 150 is very common too. And the police are very tolerant of those sorts of speeds in 130 zones. And there's a little bit of traffic going into Prague, and I'm not entering traffic onto the motorway, so I'll stay in lane 1 for the moment. But even so, you're always observing everything that happens, what's ahead, behind you by checking your mirrors every 6 to 10 seconds, and everything flows along quite reasonably and freely. But yeah, same thing again. You're always observing your traffic ahead, what's behind every 6 to 10 seconds. You're always constantly observing, watching for any vehicle slower movements, anything that may want to overtake. You've got to anticipate everyone's intentions. This is very important. But as we're moving along now, we're keeping up with the Skoda Octavia in front of us. I'm doing 140 indicated at the moment, and everything's moving along quite freely. And see, same thing again. I move out of the outside lane once I've finished overtaking. There's traffic behind me, but it's a fair way away in the outside lane. See, same thing again. Check mirrors, points on signal. Make the manoeuvre, cancel signal. There's a fair bit of traffic on the motorway today. There's a fair bit. It's very slow. And it moves along quite nicely though, even though there's a fair few trucks overtaking trucks. That's not a particularly fast process when trucks are limited to 90 kilometres an hour. But it gets done. These here are average speed cameras on the motorway. These are average speed cameras. And as I highlighted before, 140 kilometres an hour is actually quite okay. They have that tolerance. There is no issue or anything like that. No stupidly low tolerances, particularly like do-gooder infested states like Victoria, and that which have a supposed 2 or 3 kilometre an hour tolerance on speed limits. And these are very reasonable tolerances. Currently we're 171 kilometres out of Prague, and we're sitting on at the moment sitting on 120, 125 kilometres an hour, just waiting for traffic to slowly get past. But we're slowly building our speed up again, and still just keeping pace with the Skoda Octavia in front of us, and traffic behind still quite reasonable, and still overtaking quite a few trucks. Looks like it's going to be a clear day. The overtake, got a decent break. This is how traffic moves in the Czech Republic on Czechia motorways. So same thing again, mirror signal manoeuvre, make the overtaking manoeuvre. I'll stay in this lane for the time being. There's no one behind me as such, and I'm keeping up with traffic. And I can either make the decision to either move out of the outside lane, but I'd be shortly moving back over again to overtake. In this case, I'll stay in lane 1. As you can see, everything works quite smoothly, quite reasonable in fact. And it's really, as I said in one of my earlier videos, it's really not a hard process. It's not hard to exercise correct motorway protocol and procedures. It's a very simple task, and I fervently maintain that if I can do this, anyone can. Anyone can. There's really no excuse